If you're creating random content, you're going to get random results. What you should do is create content series instead. My name is Mark Grasse, and I am the founder of AI Branding Academy. And here at the Academy, we're trying to make you super consistent at your delivery and also use the process of testing throughout every single strategy that we teach. The idea behind the content series is that no one subscribes to a single piece of content. You can have an awesome viral video and it can be hilarious and get millions of views, but it doesn't essentially do anything for the brand or even generate subscribers all the time. What we discovered was that if you could actually create series, which has actually been proven by brands like Netflix, who is now coming out with 8-episode series before they actually go on to the next say season, or they kill it right there. Now, this process of creation and then testing leads to better projects and better investments in those productions. So what I'm going to give you today is a demonstration of the Content Series GPT, which I'll also attach below. Just know that it's part of a greater framework that will allow you to get great results in any amount of time you have, but usually in 90-day cycles. And what you'll get with the series creator is a lot more consistency and a lot easier ideation of those content pieces you are going to create. So let's go and get into it. All right, so this is the content evolution strategy. Basically, it's a revolving system of ideating content, creating the content, and distributing the content. Those are the three phases that you have to do with all of them. Now, you can read through this description. This is on our website. But what we're going to do here is create a content series generator. Now, we have lots and lots of GPTs. This is just one of them, and I'm going to give you direct access to it so you can try it out. Here's how it works. So you have the content series generator. We're going to click on I need a content series. Now, all of our GPTs work by asking about your brand first. We believe that everything that you create has to be branded. Otherwise, it's going to be essentially worthless because everybody has access to AI. So why should they trust you when they could, simply generate it themselves? It's because you have a specific voice and you have a specific way of delivering it. And that's why they want you to provide it. But it has to be custom to you, which is the most important point. So the question we always ask first is, what are your brand pillars, or what's your AI brand blueprint, which is the greater kind of macro version of our branding strategy that we teach. But really, you can just get away with the pillars. So we'll go ahead and grab those. All right. So here's our brand pillars. I'm not going to load the entire AI brand blueprint. You can see it keeps on going forever. It's like 120 or so parameters, but we're just going to get by with our simple pillars, which include all the essential details about our brand. Paste that in there. And voila, basically it takes the information, specifically the customer avatar and the offer that you're creating, and creates a list of options that would actually gear towards what you already teach, what you already sell. That's all information that's contained inside the pillars. And then it suggested these options. So we have AI-powered branding, pretty obvious, from vision to reality. Series exploring how AI is transforming branding and marketing with practical applications and insights for leaders. That sounds cool. It'll suggest the format. This will be video tutorials and written guides, and it gives you the requirements that are actually associated with producing every single piece. So you can see this is pretty time intensive, 4 to 6 hours. That's a lot. But you could, of course, adjust these things and say, hey, what can I do in 2 hours or maybe 1 hour, however long you have. I usually do my article pieces in about 30 minutes. So that's usually the time I'll dedicate. Leadership lessons in marketing and innovation. Certified success stories. We have real life transformations of marketers who leverage your certifications to achieve their goals. Very related to something we sell. That's fantastic. AI versus traditional marketing, bridging the gap. Maria's playbook, marketing for visionaries. This is Maria's our customer avatar, and so it personalized that. But in this case, we can actually, use Maria as an example of how our systems work. Future marketing certifications, empower your team, empower your brand, the marketer's toolbox, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to select one of these randomly, but essentially each one of these pieces has something to do with what we sell and something that our brand is. So I'm going to do 10. We'll just do AI Insights Weekly. Pretty, practical and easy to put together. Now what it's going to do is actually take that concept and it's going to blow it out into all of your articles. Now, again, AI is not a program or not a typical piece of software that you've probably used before. It can adjust itself. So in this case, when we say AI Insights Weekly, it'll give you these topics. But if I don't like these topics, I could just say, I don't like that and have it redo it. That's fine. But we'll say, you know what? This is great. This is great. And then here we go. So now let's finalize which pieces you'd like to produce from the list once you confirm. So it's not going to have you, I don't suggest you create all of these. Usually initially, you don't even know how the concept's going to work. So I would just do three. Do three at first and see how it goes. So I'm going to do AI and branding, this week's top 5 innovations, AI myths debunked. That's pretty cool. So we'll go 2. Tool of the week. Yeah, that's really neat. From data to decisions, leveraging AI for smart campaigns. Success spotlight, how one marketer leverage AI to transfer the brand. The ethical side of AI. AI and traditional marketing, bridging the gap for maximum impact. Let's go ahead. Let's do what's next. I like that. All right. Now, what it's going to do is tell you how to structure the data. So, you could say, write me an article and write the article. But again, we want to brand every element of your business. So in this case, we want to know, like, how do you want to structure the data? And so it's actually suggesting a structure. So the format is a newsletter, a short podcast, highlight groundbreaking AI developments, linking them directly to their impact on branding, key requirements, research on the latest AI news, script writing, and then a newsletter design. And then, so it basically tells you how each one of these is going to be produced. Next step, it's going to get into content creation structure, outline the production timeline, and then finally production details. So I'm going to say, looks good. And it's actually going to give you the prompts you need to generate the content as well. Now, most of the time, we'll suggest using Claude. So, use Claude. Well, use whatever you want. You could use ChatGPT, but we've actually found that the styling is better with Claude. So we usually suggest that you do this. It's also going to give you, so it gives you the production timeline. Here's how long and when you should release these things. And then it gives you the content distribution plan for doing it. Now, it'll actually give you these prompts. So let's say, okay, I have everything. Where should I take this information? And there you go. Write a short, engaging newsletter summarizing the 5 most exciting AI innovations from the past week, explain the relevance to branding, and include actionable insights for marketers. Now, the funny part is you can actually grab this prompt and run it in this ChatGPT, and it'll go ahead and do that for you. So I'm going to try that out. I'm just going to paste that there. And voila. So it'll actually produce everything for you too. But if you wanted to, you could get into, doing it yourself. So in this case, it is producing a newsletter. And you can see, hi, first name, the world of AI is moving fast. Now, all of these things it's creating are actually from your branding. The first question again was, what's your branding? And so now we're actually generating all the information for you. So using this tool, you could essentially create all of the content and have a really set series. Again, when you're doing content online, if you can relate it to a central theme, you're much more likely to get more traffic from it, or at least keep people on your website because, they found all this other related information. And as you provide more and more of this related info during a series, the more attracted they are going to get to being a subscriber of yours. So that's what a content series is. Again, I gave you the tool to actually generate one. So just try it out. The pivotal piece though is that you have your brand set. So if you don't have your brand pillars, I'm going to put a link to our course. It's called the brand, how to create your brand pillars course. And it's really simple, really easy. Once you get this down, you could create new brands in like 30 minutes. No big deal. And there'll be set brands with really good parameters around your vision, your core values, what you sell, who you're selling to, and 5 other components to build your pillars. So once you have this information, you'll really be able to take advantage of the GPTs we create, which we're creating more all the time. And you can find those on our website at aibranding.academy.